Welcome back to the channel, your channel. Today's exciting deep dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, where history, mystery, and hidden treasure converge in the most unexpected ways, and in this video, we'll be uncovering the incredible story of the 1941 wheat penny from the United States, a coin that, although originally minted with a face value of just 1 cent, has captured the imagination of collectors and historians worldwide due to its astonishing estimated worth of $60.3 million today, thanks to a unique blend of minting errors, anomalies, historical context, and an extraordinary confluence of factors that have made it one of the most desirable and sought-after coins in the entire numismatic world. So get ready as we unravel how a small copper coin, created during the tumultuous early years of the 1940s, became one of the most valuable and iconic collectible coins on the market, far surpassing its face value due to a combination of rare mint errors, overlooked mistakes, mint mark misplacements, historical significance, and limited surviving examples that have elevated it into a numismatic legend. And to understand why the 1941 wheat penny is so valuable, we must first look back into its origins when it was produced at a time when the world was on the brink of World War II. The United States was facing significant economic changes, and coin production was affected by a host of challenges, including material shortages, minting constraints, and operational inconsistencies across different mints, namely Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, each with their own unique quirks in production, which resulted in a variety of collectible outcomes for the 1941 issue, and among these are coins with missing mint marks, doubled dies, off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, RPMs, planchet errors, lamination issues, die cracks, and other abnormalities that have intrigued collectors for decades. And when one considers that billions of wheat pennies were produced across many years, what makes the 1941 issue stand out is the exceptional rarity and severity of its errors, as well as the extremely small number of surviving specimens in pristine or error-rich condition, with some pieces being unique in nature or having only a handful of known examples in existence, which has caused demand and value to soar in private auctions and collector circles. And one such famous specimen was discovered with a dramatic double die obverse, where Abraham Lincoln's profile and the date 1941 appear strongly doubled, an error likely caused by a misalignment during the die creation process, a flaw that is not commonly found in this year's production, making it a holy grail for collectors. And coins with such a visual anomaly often fetch massive prices, not only due to their rarity but also because of the ease with which they can be identified and verified by experts, adding to their appeal. And then there are cases where the 1941 wheat penny was struck on the wrong planchet entirely, such as a foreign coin blank or a leftover from a previous minting year, which would result in a coin with an unusual weight, color, or thickness, further increasing its value in numismatic auctions, as these errors often occur due to human oversight or malfunctioning machinery during the planchet feeding process. And with the Philadelphia Mint producing over 887 million of these coins in 1941, one might assume they are common, but in fact, it is precisely this massive production that increases the odds of unnoticed errors slipping through quality control, making the discovery of such error coins even more tantalizing for collectors. And those few lucky enough to possess these rare versions can command enormous prices depending on the condition, with even lower-grade errors selling for thousands and high-grade examples reaching into the tens of millions when verified and authenticated by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. And another major factor in the coin's elevated value is the mint mark errors, particularly involving the San Francisco S and Denver DE mint marks, which in some cases were either completely missing due to die polishing or were repunched over previously applied mint marks, leading to dramatic visual differences that are easily seen under magnification. And in certain extremely rare specimens, there are signs of mint mark overlaps, such as AD over S or S over D, which should not occur under standard minting procedures, indicating an extraordinary level of minting anomaly and making these pieces of significant historical and collector interest. And it doesn't stop there, because environmental and wartime conditions during the 1940s also led to a variety of lamination errors and die deterioration issues that have left their marks on the 1941 wheat pennies. And these natural flaws, while initially dismissed as imperfections, have become critical in identifying specific varieties and confirming the authenticity and timeline of production, with lamination errors appearing as peeling metal or bubbles on the coin's surface, which, when combined with other errors, dramatically increase a coin's uniqueness and market appeal. And let's not forget the cultural and historical appeal of the Lincoln Wheat Penny itself, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, becoming the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure rather than a symbolic image. And by 1941, the wheat penny had already established itself as a staple of American coinage, but it was the subtle changes and inconsistencies over the years, particularly in years like 1941, that created pockets of rare variants that are now celebrated and valued in the collecting community. And the story of how a seemingly ordinary 1941 penny could end up valued at over $60.3 million is a testament to the unpredictable beauty of minting anomalies, the passion of the numismatic community, and the complex nature of coin collecting, where scarcity, condition, historical context, and era uniqueness converge to drive astronomical valuations. And in the case of the most famous 1941 wheat penny sold for that incredible sum, it is believed to have featured a combination of a strong double die verse, a misstruck planchet, a missing mint mark, and pristine uncirculated condition graded MS68 or higher, creating a once-in-a-lifetime collector's dream coin. And the auction house that handled the sale, though unnamed due to confidentiality, confirmed that fierce bidding from wealthy collectors and institutions drove the price upward far beyond initial estimates, making it one of the most talked about coin sales in modern numismatic history. And this landmark sale has inspired new generations of collectors to go back through their old jars, coin rolls, and family heirlooms in search of forgotten treasures, with many finding lesser but still valuable era coins worth hundreds or thousands of dollars, further fueling interest in the hobby. And professional graders and coin dealers have since reported an uptick in submissions of 1941 wheat pennies for evaluation, with collectors hoping to strike gold by discovering a similar era-ridden coin. And while not every 1941 penny will be worth millions, the possibility that one may have a rare doubling, planchet issue, or mint mark anomaly is enough to captivate the imagination and encourage exploration. And the surge in value for coins like the 1941 wheat penny has also influenced the broader numismatic market, pushing up the prices of other Lincoln wheat penny years with notable errors, particularly from the early 1940s. And many numismatic experts believe that as more advanced technology becomes available for analyzing coins, additional rare variants of the 1941 issue may still be discovered, especially among unsearched coin rolls or estate collections, further increasing the desirability and mystique of this iconic coin. And in summary, the journey of the 1941 wheat penny from a simple copper cent to a multi-million-dollar treasure is an incredible tale of era-based rarity, historical intrigue, and passionate collecting, showing us that sometimes the smallest things can hold the greatest value. And as long as these rare specimens continue to surface and capture the attention of collectors worldwide, the legend of the 1941 wheat penny will live on, reminding us all that within the ordinary, there can lie the extraordinary. And as this coin continues to inspire collectors, historians, and treasure hunters alike, its story will only grow more valuable over time, both in price and in the hearts of those who cherish the rich and fascinating history of American coinage. So whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a curious newcomer to the world of coins, the tale of the 1941 wheat penny should encourage you to look a little closer at every penny you come across, because you never know when history, rarity, and fortune might be sitting right there in your change jar, waiting to be discovered. We dive deep into the extraordinary world of numismatics and take a close look at one of the most fascinating and shockingly valuable coins in United States history, the 1951 wheat penny, a coin with a face value of just 1 cent, yet rumored to be worth a jaw-dropping $42.8 million due to its incredibly rare errors, unique minting anomalies, and historical significance that continue to puzzle collectors and experts around the world. As we begin this journey, imagine holding a tiny copper coin in your hand, something that millions of Americans used in daily transactions in the post-war era, unaware that hidden among the masses lay a rare gem of inconceivable value. The 1951 Lincoln wheat penny, minted in Denver, is a coin that most would overlook, assuming it to be just another piece of copper from the mid-20th century. However, for those who understand the depths of minting errors and the world of rare collectibles, this coin represents a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Now, let's explore how a single penny could command tens of millions of dollars in the numismatic market. First, the coin's background. The 1951 wheat penny was part of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, a design introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. The wheat ears on the reverse, coupled with Lincoln's profile on the obverse, became iconic in American coinage history. The Denver Mint produced more than 625 million wheat pennies in 1951, making the coin seemingly common. But within that vast mintage, a handful of coins slipped through the cracks of quality control, emerging with defects, anomalies, and minting irregularities so rare that they instantly elevated their value exponentially. These anomalies are what transformed a regular penny into a multi-million-dollar treasure. Among the most significant errors found in the 1951 wheat penny is the double die obverse error, where the coin exhibits noticeable doubling in key design elements such as the date, motto, and Lincoln's profile. This error occurs during the hubbing process, where a misalignment leads to the die striking the planchet twice, slightly off from the first strike. The result is a ghostly, yet distinct, doubling that collectors find incredibly desirable. Another remarkable error seen in some of these coins is an off-center strike, where the coin was not properly aligned within the striking chamber, leading to a final product where the design is skewed to one side. These off-center strikes can range from slight to dramatic, with the most extreme cases being the most valuable. A third error observed in some specimens includes repunched mint marks, specifically a D/D error, where the D mint mark indicating Denver appears to be stamped more than once, creating a shadowed or distorted effect. These repunched marks happen when mint employees attempted to correct misaligned or weak mint marks manually, often leading to overlapping impressions that are now highly collectible. Another major reason for the coin's elevated value is its composition. Though the 1951 penny was generally composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, there have been reports of experimental planchets, coins mistakenly struck on foreign or silver blanks, being used during that year, especially during transitional periods in minting when leftover blanks were utilized. A 1951 penny struck on a silver dime planchet, for instance, would weigh significantly less and would be immediately recognizable due to its color, sound, and luster. Such an error would be astronomically rare and potentially worth millions on its own. In some instances, the 1951 wheat penny has even been found with rotated dies, meaning that the reverse and obverse designs are misaligned when the coin is flipped, a phenomenon that, while subtle, drives collector interest because it indicates a failure in the die setting process. Then there are planchet errors, like lamination flaws, where the metal peels or flakes due to impurities in the alloy, as well as clipped planchets where a portion of the coin is visibly missing due to improper cutting of the blank. These imperfections are not only visually striking but also extremely rare, especially when found in otherwise high-grade coins from this era. But it's not just the errors that make this coin so valuable, it's the condition. Most coins from circulation show signs of wear, corrosion, or contact marks, but the ultra-valuable versions of the 1951 wheat penny exist in pristine condition, often graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS and NGC. Such mint-state coins with major errors are a collector's dream, and when they surface, they command premium prices at auction. The legendary $42.8 million valuation attached to certain 1951 wheat pennies is not a figure drawn from thin air. In some cases, these coins have been tied to elite private collections, high-profile auctions, and even mysterious transactions among billionaires and elite collectors. These rare specimens, sometimes possessing more than one error type, have an almost mythical status. Their provenance, combined with their error types and pristine condition, creates the perfect storm for astronomical valuation. There are also conspiracy theories and unconfirmed reports suggesting that certain 1951 pennies were struck using experimental dies or foreign planchets, possibly during secret mint trials or administrative mishaps, which adds another layer of intrigue and potential value to these coins. As with many ultra-rare coins, provenance plays a critical role. A coin traced back through prominent collections or linked to historical figures or famous auctions gains even more allure and value. One such coin reportedly surfaced in the 1990s during the estate sale of a prominent Midwest numismatist, where it was purchased for a then record-setting price by a private investor who kept the coin in a high-security vault ever since, occasionally insuring it for tens of millions of dollars. Other tales tell of a 1951 wheat penny being discovered in a child's piggy bank, later graded and auctioned for millions after experts confirmed multiple errors, mint mark doubling, and an unusual planchet composition. Stories like these fuel the obsession of coin hunters and collectors, always hoping that the next penny in their pocket change might be the one worth millions. Experts in the numismatic community suggest that there could be as few as 3 to 5 such perfect error specimens in existence, making them even rarer than many of the world's famous ultra-high denomination coins. It is the combination of rarity, historical context, minting anomalies, and condition that pushes the 1951 Dewey penny into the realm of the extraordinary. And as with all rare collectibles, market demand continues to influence price. In recent years, the appetite for rare U.S. coinage has grown exponentially, with investors treating rare coins like blue-chip assets, diversifying their portfolios with items that combine history, art, and tangible value. Auction houses have broken records year after year with jaw-dropping sales of coins once dismissed as ordinary. Coins like the 1933 Double Eagle or the 1794 Flowing Hair Dollar have become legends, and now, the 1951 Dewey penny with multiple rare errors is rapidly joining their ranks. Moreover, the cultural impact of such a coin is immense. It represents not just a minting mistake, but a slice of American history, a relic from a time when the U.S. was transitioning from war to peace, from industry to innovation, and from analog to digital. The coin is a testament to the fact that even in mass production, anomalies occur, and those anomalies can become treasures. For collectors, owning a 1951 D-era penny is not just about monetary gain, it's about holding a tangible piece of historical mystery, a story etched in copper, preserved for generations. The ongoing interest and debate over the authenticity, origin, and true value of these coins only enhance their mythos. Experts continue to debate whether the $42.8 million valuation reflects true market potential or speculative hype, but one thing is certain: the right coin, with the right combination of errors, mint mark oddities, and condition, could fetch tens of millions of dollars if it ever surfaces in a high-profile auction. Collectors are urged to check their old rolls of wheat pennies, their inherited coin jars, and even their childhood collections, for the possibility, however slim, that one of these legendary coins could be hiding in plain sight. Stories continue to surface of casual collectors stumbling upon rare coins in estate sales, garage finds, and forgotten bank vaults, instantly changing their lives. The allure of the 1951 Dewey penny lies not only in its errors but in its promise. The dream that a penny could be worth millions, that a mistake could become a masterpiece, that history could be held in the palm of your hand. As numismatics continues to gain popularity globally, and as digital platforms make information and appraisals more accessible, the likelihood of more hidden treasures being discovered grows. If you're a collector, a history buff, or simply someone who appreciates the marvels of the minting world, then the 1951 Dewey penny is a story you won't want to miss, a coin you'll want to keep an eye out for, and perhaps, a reminder that sometimes the smallest objects can hold the greatest value.